and welcome. This is Dr. Suzanne. Today I would like to talk about 7 major reasons why women deny sex to their husbands. And I want to go deep and I want to go behind the veil of her answer because I believe that a lot of couples actually miss the hidden message behind the denial for sex a woman does to a man. We need to understand that sex is a basic need of a husband. Women also need sex, to be honest, because it's going to foster oxytocin, it's going to increase her love, it's going to increase her commitment, her desire to see the man succeed, if it's done well, okay? If it's not done well, forget that. Anyways, it's important for all of us, right? And I have gone through so many couples who have no desire for sex, decrease of libido. Of course, it can also be medical. But today, I would like to talk about the hidden reasons, which are actually the soul wounds nobody talks about, or maybe people don't know about because it's not taught regularly. There are 7 reasons. The only one a man should never be worried about is the first one I'm going to discuss, which is she's on her periods. And she's going to say, my love, I'm on my periods. I really don't want to do this. Let's, catch up after my period, which is actually a very good thing, okay? So if that's the reason she's using, you are very safe. In fact, encourage her, pray with her. And when a woman is on her period, the blessings that she releases on her husband and her children is 1,000 times more potent than when she's not on her periods. So you actually want to pamper her. Sometimes we have cramps, sometimes our breasts are engorged, sometimes we have mood swings. Just pamper her during that time. Bring her flowers, chocolate if that's what she likes, massage her back, take off the load of chores at home. If she's the one doing the nighttime stories with the children, just do it for her. Tell her, baby, just go lay down, I'll take care of that. Because you're doing that during her periods, after her periods, you're going to be the king, okay? The king, like she's going to pamper you and shower you and just, Jesus. Anyways, okay. Any other reason, pay attention. I'm going to tell you what is the emotion behind it and why you should dig if you want to save your marriage and have a happy marriage till the end, okay? Because if those things are not addressed, what may happen is that she might not refuse you sex, but she will do it casually. She's not going to put her spirit in it. She's going to put a lot of restrictions. She's not going to enjoy it. You're not really going to enjoy it. You're just going to release and then, but sex is worship. And when it's done well, it's such a source of blessings and wealth and riches and ideas and exploits and expansion. If the woman understands what she's supposed to bring in this bed, which is the altar, which is the token of marriage, this man will break records. Okay, so let me help you out with why women refuse sex. Number 2, she will say, I'm tired. Behind that tiredness, there could be resentment. Why resentment? Because she has children, right? You guys have children. Maybe she works outside of the house. Maybe she does something on the side, like home business. And then she has to do the house chores. She has to cook. She has to take care of the children. She has to do grocery shopping. I mean, doing grocery shopping is so tiring. Going to those grocery stores, buying this, checking on that is a 2-hour trip and it's just tiring. You come back home, you have to put everything back in order. You have to plan the meals. So behind that tiredness, if she's the only one doing that, and the man doesn't do anything, or she feels that he doesn't do anything to help her, she's going to grow resentful. And when she goes to bed, she's genuinely tired. But on top of that, she's resentful because she feels that you have abandoned all the housework to her shoulders. So men, what are you supposed to do? Get a house help. Get someone who comes to clean maybe once or twice a week. Offer to do something, maybe have one evening where you do something, even if it's just the salad, even if it's just the soup, even if it's just warming up the bread or whatever. Do something you know how to do, okay? Of course. Appreciate her. When you come back from work, just be nice and appreciate her. Tell her, how grateful you are for all this. She will appreciate that. And then after you're done eating, say thank you. That's the least. Don't just take your own plate and take it to the sink and leave everything else and go to bed or whatever, or go to the bedroom to wait for her. She is not going to give you the cookie, for sure. She will not. Okay, so be considerate. And if you notice that she's being tired all the time, figure out if there's resentment. Begin to have an open conversation. Take her for coffee, for a dessert, for an ice cream. Just walk somewhere and begin to, unload some of the things that may be bothering her, where you can pitch in, okay? The next reason, which is huge for women, emotional imbalance. Under emotional imbalance, there are so many categories. The first one, it could be that she's worried about money. Women are money conscious. Women want financial safety. If you are this man, and with you, when you are taking care of the finances of the household, the accounts are always in the red. First of all, her admiration is going to drop. Second of all, she's not going to trust you to cover her. And third, she's not going to give herself to someone she doesn't admire. Men have to understand that there is a degree of admiration women need to be submissive 100%. If she's not your divine wife, submission is not going to come easy, because submission is a spirit. It is God who puts the spirit of submission on the woman and the spirit of love in the man. It is God who does that. I'm going to have a video to explain what happens before the marriage of a divine couple and how God moves in that relationship. But, if you cannot provide financially, even if she works, especially if she works, you are in trouble. Because she's going to begin to have that sense of responsibility for the finances of the household. This is bad. This is really bad. That's how you open the door for disrespect, for lack of sex, and for divorce. I'm telling you the truth. Especially in areas like Europe, America, Canada. This is an underlying cause of no sex in the marriage. The other category is that she could be worried about children. Maybe they're not doing well at school. Maybe they're not listening. Maybe their friends are not that good. She's going to be worried. But this is a worry you can share. But if you don't share the worry with her and you accuse her of being responsible of the children's behavior, she will resent you and she will deny you her body. Pay attention. I'm telling you the truth, okay? Don't just sit here and say, oh, women don't want women punishment. Be deep, be wise, pay attention. Okay, another category in emotional imbalance in when the husband or the man causes unsafety. She doesn't feel emotionally safe. And how does that happen? Maybe you accuse her a lot. When you accuse her a lot, in her soul, she's going to begin to build up the emotional womb called injustice. Because she's going to feel that it's not fair that you constantly accusing her when she's making efforts, okay? And then the rejection wound will begin to open. Because you accuse her so much, she will begin to reject you. And she also feels that you're rejecting her. Because remember that a woman is going to give you back what you plant in her. Okay? She's an incubator. You plant the seeds, she gives you the fruits. So if she perceives that those accusations bring rejection, or you rejecting her, she will reject you in return. And she will not give you her body. If you ignore her, maybe she reaches out to you for any little silly thing, and you don't reciprocate, you have broken a bridge. Because what she is doing, she's trying to create these tiny little ropes that will connect you, so that even if you are gone for a long time, she can hold on to that to say, okay, I know there's something between us. If she reaches out to you, you don't respond. She's trying to ask you a question, you don't respond. You answer her after hours. Look, those bridges are not connecting. She will not give you her body. Period. She will not. Because she gets the signal that you don't care about her and all you want is her body. Well, you can go get the body anywhere. You can go see a prostitute. You can go have a side chick if you want. You can, if she allows you, you can do whatever you want, but you are not going to use her like that, because she's not feeling emotionally safe with you anymore. You are not a covering anymore for her, okay? If you are the type of person who is violent with your words or violent physically, you open up the wound of humiliation. She's going to feel humiliated and less than. And because of that, she's not going to feel even worthy to be with you, or she's going to resent you because you are hurting her. What has she done to you, right? So, because some men feel that when they raise the voice, when they accuse you, when they call you names, when they are mean, they're actually teaching you a lesson. No, they're actually pushing you away. And because of that, you can deny him your body for years, and he will not even understand what's going on. You can smile with him, cook for him, but he will not see your underwear, maybe in the laundry room or whatever. I am telling you the truth. Now, there are some men who may use divorce as a way to bring a woman back in line, especially for women who may be married for money or married for the social status or the lifestyle. If the man perceives that, or if he grew up in a household where the father was threatening divorce to the mother to bring her back in line, so that she listens and submits, he doesn't understand that he's planting the seed of abandonment. The first time he's going to say that, the woman is going to be scared, and she's going to be like, oh my God, I need to be better. I need to do better. I need to do better. So she's going to do the effort. She's going to make all the effort. And then the man will continue to use that at least once every 6 months or once a year. At some point, that seed of abandonment will grow fruits. And she will begin to live as if she's not with that man anymore, because she will not trust him anymore. He's not a covering anymore for her. Because if he threatens divorce, he has already released in the spirit realm something really big. She begins to get used to that. And guess what? She's going to begin to prepare herself for a divorce. Meaning what? Financially, she's going to prepare herself. Emotionally, she's going to detach. And physically, she's not going to give herself. She is not going to try to pleasure you. If, for example, she knows and loves how to do BJs, she will not do that anymore because it's not worth it, okay? She is not going to be tender. She's not going to be vulnerable. She will not anymore because you have opened a door to the wound of abandonment. And before you know it, she's going to file for divorce and leave you. Another category in emotional imbalance is cheating. When you cheat and it becomes public, there are two wounds that are open: the wound of humiliation and the wound of betrayal. Trust is broken. So either she's going to feel like, oh, I cannot trust this guy, and just withdraw herself from time to time, or if she remembers what you did and gets annoyed, she's going to make you pay for that for your entire life. You're going to pay, okay? Or she's going to say, you know what? I don't want to get any STDs. There's HIV rates going up. I am not giving myself to you. You can continue to go out. It's because there is emotional imbalance. You have opened a soul wound in her. Now, another big reason why women deny sex to men is because they're not satisfied in bed. There are some men who don't even know where the clitoris is. There are others who know where it is, but they are so rough that the woman says, no, leave me alone. There are men who don't understand that women need to have orgasms, and it takes a little bit longer for them to get to that point. There are some men who feel that, they don't make love, they have sex. They just go boom, 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 in and out, and that's it. They feel that you have to give yourself, and this is your marital duty. Of course, it's a marital duty, but if it's not done well, she's going to have headaches and back aches and stomach aches and whatever aches. And it's not going to happen. I'm telling you, pay attention. All right. So another big reason is if she doesn't love you. She didn't get married to you because of love. And why did she get married? Maybe you had a lot of money and she wanted that. Maybe your social status. Maybe it was a revenge. Maybe it was, her age was advancing. She needed to have children. Maybe you invested in her life a lot and she feels like, okay, let me just be with this man. If a woman doesn't love you, she's not very understanding of your needs, okay? Because she doesn't even understand why you have those needs. She's not going to be tender. So she's only going to give herself when she wants to. And she's not going to pay attention to your own needs. But the underlying cause here is that she really doesn't love you. A woman who loves you cares about you so much. And the one thing you will pay attention to is that she pays attention to your divine mission and she wants you to succeed. She wants to protect you. She's very prudent. She is careful, even in the way she moves. She pays attention to your surroundings. She is very present, right? But one that doesn't love you, she just wanted to be with you for something. She doesn't care about what you do. In fact, she doesn't want to be part of it. Just show her the money. Go out there, do whatever you're doing. Just bring the money back home. Just buy the house or whatever reason she decided to marry you for. That's why she's there for. So from time to time, she's going to withdraw herself and not give her body. Another reason is when you don't give her money or gifts. This is like you rejecting her. Let's say, and I'm talking about women that are not materialistic, okay? So maybe she tells you that she wanted to get this or that. It's her birthday and you don't even say happy birthday. You don't even give her a tiny gift. You don't do anything to acknowledge what's important for her. Well, this is rejection. She is not going to give you her body. Because you don't care. Period. You just don't care. And then last but not least, if you have done a love spell on her, that broke. Because a man, I have to remind you that 70% of women are victims of love spells. When that love spell ends and breaks, rejection and repulsion is the name of the game. She doesn't want to see you. She doesn't want you to touch her. She doesn't want you to be around her, period. And in fact, she's divorcing you. Okay? So these are the 7 main reasons. All right? Thank you so much for listening. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.